All right. Hello, world. Just going to give you my opinion on some current world event right now. There is a lot of talk right now from conservatives about their channels having subscribers taken off. And it isn't happening on the other side of the aisle. And nobody's brought this up. So I want to give you guys my opinion on what the heck's going on. And your opinions on why this narrative is not being addressed as the reason. Because I'm pretty sure I figured out the reason on why conservatives are losing thousands of subscribers on their channels right now. It's very simple. Okay, I consider myself an informed person. And the reason I consider myself that is because I do not put my news in a box and keep it there. I go through multiple avenues. I make critical thinking decisions on my own after I've taken in all the different news platforms and their stories of reality, and I form my own. I listen to NPR, a very left-leaning news organization, and I use that as my ability, or I use it as a tool to say, this is what the other side is thinking, this is what they're putting out into the world, and I can inform myself of what they're thinking by listening to that. It also does another thing for me that helps me confirm my beliefs and my views, because I'm so far against what the left is preaching and teaching. But with that being said, the same thing is done by the other side to our side. So there's been, over the last 4 years, and especially say in the last year, there's been a lot of interest from the left into the conservative platforms. The same as I listen to NPR. Okay? So they're listening to our arguments so they can have their counterpoints and everything. The backlash of the cancel culture has scared the left off of those platforms. Plain and simple. The left does not want to have that association to these conservative platforms because of fear that they're going to be retaliated on. So they're pulling themselves off of those platforms. If you notice the numbers, it's not millions, which would be sabotage from the higher up Twitter or whatever. And it's not like low like it would be like bot numbers. So it's a considerable amount of numbers, but it's not, there's huge following, it's a smaller percentage. But it explains why the conservatives are losing followers, but the left isn't. Because there's no retaliation or fear from us being on their platforms trying to figure out their arguments. But for the left to come over to our platforms and try to figure us out, they're scared of the retaliation that might come from this, for supporting the conservatives. Just my take on what exactly is going on right now with the loss of subscriptions on the different platforms of conservatives. Just a little view into what is going on with those numbers and why they're happening. The left does the same thing that we do as the right to try to figure out why their argument makes sense to them. And that right there, the retaliation, is the fear that's driving them off our platforms. And it's not reciprocated because, one, us most conservatives don't have fear in our heart. We're not scared little wussies in life. So if you want to retaliate on me for my beliefs, I'll send you my address and my phone number. But I'm not scared. I'm going to continue to be informed. I'm going to continue to listen to both sides and draw my conclusion where I see fit. And I would suggest that the left not be scared of their own retaliation. Like, you're allowed to think freely, man. Don't let these parties brainwash you into thinking that there's only one way and it's their way. It's not. You can be conservative and be liberal on a broad thing of spectrum, like on a broad spectrum of issues. You don't have to be in your box. Just make sure that you people take advice from what I've said tonight and look at the other side's arguments. You might get enlightened. You might change your mind. What happens for me is I get confirmation on why I believe what I believe. So I hope everybody has a great 21. I hope it's 10 times better than 2020 was. And I really pray for everyone's safety and everyone's health right now. It's paramount that we all take care of each other when we can. We're all people. We're all deserving of a chance. We're all deserving of love. We're all deserving of acceptance. And I hope that that's the message that this year can bring across to everybody, is that we have way more in common than we have difference. And if we group together and we hold strong as freedom-loving Americans, we will get through this time and this turmoil. And what's always happened with our beautiful country is that we come out better on the other side. We have to go through some things to get through to the other side. And on the other side, it will be better. I promise. God bless.